Hi folks, it's Mike King from Profiling Evil. I want to thank you for the success that we've experienced thus far. It is amazing to me and gratifying that you would give up your time to listen to the stories of a couple of old cops. When I put this channel together and created it, it was really for a couple of reasons. One was to humanize law enforcement. We're living in a time when law enforcement's really taking a lot of hard hits. And some of those are deserved. But most police officers, those that I've worked with throughout my career, are disgusted by some of the tragic things that have occurred. Their goal is to try to help people, and I really believe that. So I hope that this channel does that to help you understand a little bit of what they go through each day and the effort they put in to try to protect you and your property. The second reason is to provide a method of educating, maybe an edutainment kind of an education, where we can help you understand how law enforcement looks at criminal cases and try to pick these apart in a way that helps you as you do your cyber sleuthing. It's been so rewarding to watch you and listen to you and hear your great tips and comments. Now, the third reason, and this is where it gets a little selfish, is that I want to share some stories that are really personal to me. One of those is a book that I have coming out in the beginning of 2021, and it's called Profiling Evil, the Zion Society. It's a story about a cult that I investigated 30 years ago. Over the years, I've written this book, and I've tucked the manuscript away, thinking that the timing wasn't right. And frankly, it was disturbing for me, and the stories were just too disgusting. I found a way to make this thing come out in the right way. Just recently, I brought together a group of victims from that case. There were 32 children that we rescued as a result of this investigation. I served as the lead investigator. And on an early morning in August of 1991, I was accompanied by nearly 70 police officers as we raided 10 homes in this cult, taking children into protective custody and arresting individuals. It ultimately led to the arrest of 12 individuals who went to prison, 100% conviction rate. The self-proclaimed leader of the group died in prison. But the real tragedy of this story was that the victims in this case, 32 children, think about this, endured up to 5 years of sexual abuse, sometimes multiple times in each week. We literally netted nearly 4,000 counts of serial sexual abuse against children. It was heartbreaking. And I really didn't want to talk about this, but a couple of years ago, 2 of the victims reached out to me and asked if we could start a dialogue. At first, I rejected their request. And then I thought, who am I to tell the victim who suffered so much that I wouldn't talk to them? Well, recently, we brought all those victims together, and I learned about their personal triumphs over the years as they have felt with the abuse that they suffered and the lack of attention that they received as child victims. They're now in their 40s. It's an amazing story. I think you'll like the story. And here's where I need your help. I've been approached by a couple of publishers who would like to print the book. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but one thing that I've heard from them is that they'd like to know if there's interest in the true crime community for this manuscript. So here's where I need your help. I'd like, if you would, to please go to this link at the bottom and click on it, and that'll take you to the profilingevil.com website where you can leave your name and your email address. I promise you that I won't use this for any other purpose. You'll only be notified when the book comes out, and you'll be given an opportunity to purchase it. You don't have to purchase it, but I hope you will, and at that time you can make a decision. Just so you know, we're going to do some podcasts on it once it comes out. We're going to find a way to really bring the story to light, including bringing the victims forward to tell their stories. We'll talk about the assaults that occurred. Not in graphic detail, I refuse to do that, but we're going to talk about how it damaged lives for 3 decades in every case. But we'll also talk about how these individuals conquered it and rose above it. I think you're going to be amazed by their stories as you listen to them on the podcast and as you read their words in the book. So thanks a lot. Thanks for supporting the channel. And would you please take this link and send it to everybody you know so that we can encourage them to come over to the channel and listen and give us a try, and to also look into purchasing the book when it comes out. Thanks a lot. We're going to call the book Profiling Evil, The Zion Society. You might look it up. You may see some interesting things on it. Now, it's a working title, so it might change. But folks, I just want to say in closing, thanks again for everything that you've done to help me through this journey. This last month's been amazing to me as I've tried to come to understand a little more about YouTube and about this community. It's really taken me out of my comfort zone. I'm so appreciative to Chris McDonough for standing by with me and taking part in these discussions. He's amazing, and I just really lean upon him for his background and experience. I'm thankful for Circa 3 and for everyone else who has helped us, especially and most importantly for those of you who have stepped up to try to help us along. So have a good evening. Thank you so much, and again, please pass it on.